I started up in Morocco, where the desert meets the sea. Spices dancing in the markets, colors wild and running free. The call to prayer at sunrise echoed through the ancient stone, and I felt the weight of history in a land carved to the bone. Egypt held its secrets in the shadows of the sand. Pyramids like giants built by more than mortal hands. The Nile moved like a heartbeat, steady, patient, deep and wise. And the past felt close enough to touch beneath the skies. Tunisia felt gentle, with a coastline calm and wide. Algeria showed mountains where the desert learns to hide. Old cities full of stories, white walls glowing in the heat. And the rhythm of the people kept my footsteps in a beat. Across the heart of the motherland, every sunrise tells a tale. From the dunes that shape the ages to the storms that ride the gale. Every land has its spirit, every road its own command. And I'm learning who we are in the heart of the motherland. Kenya showed its wildlife, running wild beneath the sun. Savannah stretching endless, where the earth and sky are one. The lions roared like thunder, the plains were painted gold. And I learned that nature's power is a story never told. Tanzania felt ancient, with Kilimanjaro high, a mountain touching heaven, a giant kissing sky. Zanzibar broad oceans, clear as truth and twice as deep. And the rhythm of the island sang the world into its sleep. Ethiopia stood sacred, with a culture carved in stone. Churches in the mountains, faith that stands alone. Coffee born from legends, music older than the night. And a pride that burns forever, like a never-ending light. Across the heart of the motherland, every border shifts the view. From the jungles full of thunder to the skies of endless blue. Every land has its heartbeat, every soul its own command. And I'm finding pieces of myself in the heart of the motherland. South Africa felt mighty, with a spirit forged in fire. Cape Town kissed the ocean, Johannesburg rose higher. Voices full of courage, songs of freedom in the air. And a strength that shook the mountains, with a story proud and rare. Nigeria brought rhythm, Afrobeat that shook the ground. Lagos full of motion, every street alive with sound. Ghana felt like sunshine, with a warmth that never fades. And the drums told ancient stories in their deep and rolling waves. Scenic felt soulful, with a coastline full of grace. Mali held the desert like a poem in its place. The Kora strings were golden, floating softly through the night. And the stars above the Sahara burned with quiet, endless light. Across the heart of the motherland, every border shapes the soul. From the markets down in Accra to the Congo's thunder roll. Every land has its meaning, every mile its own command. And I'm carried by the stories of the heart of the motherland. I've walked through fields of memory, I've crossed through dust and rain. I've learned that every culture holds a joy behind its pain. We're different in our colors, in our music, in our ways, but the heart of every nation beats the same on quiet days. So here I stand at Trustland, on a road that never ends, a traveler through the ages, a collector of new friends. And though the world keeps turning, one truth stays in command. We're all part of the story of the heart of the motherland. Across the heart of the motherland, every sunrise tells a tale, from the dunes that shape the ages to the storms that ride the gale.